The Danny Kaye Show. Yes, it's the Danny Kaye Show with Eve Arden, Lionel Stander, yours truly, Ken Niles, and the outstanding music of America's top band, Harry James and his music makers. Now, for your entertainment, we present the amazingly amusing talents of the one and only Danny Kaye.
Get along with everybody, then settle back and just sit tight while I start reviewing the attitude of doing right. You got to act then, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In Between. You gotta spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum, have faith or pandemonium, liable to walk upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the well, Noah in the ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? Man, they said we better act then, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In Between. Oh, the good Lord knows that the world would be a mess if it weren't for the syllable Y-E-S. That's the onlyest way that the folks got hep, 'cause you can't go forward with a backward step. Hallelujah. Yes, yes, yes. Now hear me, sister, while I take you through the ages and we look at what was cooking on the history's pages. You'll find that an affirmative right on the button would bring about a something where there used to be a nothing. Hallelujah. Yes, yes, yes. What did Eve say to Adam? Yes, yes. Lord Godiva to his madam, yes, yes. And Gallagher to Sheehan, yes, yes. And Boston to the bin, yes, yes. Jack Benny to Hello Buck, yes, yes. Mr. Sis to Mr. Roebuck, yes, yes. Anthony to Cleopatra, yes, yes. Bobby Sox to Sinatra. Accentuate, accelerate, accumulate, accommodate, articulate, assimilate, celebrate the positive, eliminate, discriminate, eradicate, repudiate, obliterate, and castigate, fumigate the negative. Latch on, catch on, snatch on the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. No, no, don't mess with Mr. In Between.
Well, friends, before we open the doors and let you into the Danny Kaye Little Playhouse tonight, we first take you downtown to join our impresario, Danny Kaye, as he does some last-minute shopping in preparation for his forthcoming trip to New York.
Come on, Evie, the clothing store is right down this block.
Danny, what kind of a suit are you going to get? Something made out of one of those new synthetic materials?
Oh, no, not for me. A friend of mine bought a suit made out of wood fiber. Now every time he strikes a match on his pants, a termite sticks his head out and yells, "No smoking in the lower balcony."
We better hurry, Danny. We're due back at the Playhouse pretty soon.
I know, it won't take me long, Evie. All I have to do is buy 2 suits.
2 suits?
Yeah, a gray one and a blue one. You see, that'll give me enough outfits for a whole week in New York.
How do you figure that out?
Well, as soon as I turn the page here, I'll tell you in a minute. Well, on Monday, I put on the blue suit, green shirt, and red tie. Tuesday, I take off the blue suit, green shirt, red tie, and put on the gray suit, pink shirt, yellow tie. Wednesday, I take off the gray suit, pink shirt, yellow tie, and put on the blue coat, green shirt, red tie. Thursday, I take off the blue coat, gray pants, green shirt, red tie, and put on the gray coat, blue coat, yellow tie. Friday, I take off the gray coat, blue pants, green shirt, tie. I apply a red tie, playing the same Saturday, flowing the I take off the blue prices, vest, shirt, and yellow tie. See?
Yeah, I see. You may not be the best-dressed man in town, but you'll be the busiest.
Well, here's the clothing store, Evie. Thanks for walking me down. I'll see you at the theater.
Oh, no, you don't. I'm going in with you this time. Last time you went out to buy an outfit, you came back with a suit of armor.
Well, the man said it would wear like iron. What the man said it. I heard him. That's what he said. I heard him with my own ears. He was standing right over there, and he said, that's what the man said. He said, the suit will wear like iron. I know he said it because he was...
Shut up!
That's what the man said.
Oh, let's go in and get this shopping spree over with.
Good day, madam. What can we do for you? Would you like to buy a suit for your son?
My son? Danny, he thinks you're my son.
Mommy, can I get long pants this time?
Danny, will you stop?
Okay, Mumsy, Mumsy, Dumsy, Mumsy.
Where's the men's clothing department, please?
Next aisle over. The sales clerk will take care of you.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Is there something you want?
Yes, I want to buy a suit. Is the clerk around, please?
I'm the men's clothing clerk. Surprise?
No. Yes. I mean, I didn't expect to find a girl in men's clothing. What I meant was that I
Oh, I know what you mean, but you know there's a manpower shortage.
You shouldn't be bothered by that, dearie.
Your mother is so clever.
Mother, young lady, I am not his mother.
Grandmother?
Listen, girlie, another remark like that and I'll pull out your blonde hair by its black roots.
Listen, girls, now stop it, will you please? Really stop. You're acting just like a couple of women.
Danny, let's get out of here.
But I want to buy a suit.
A suit, of course. May I take your measurements?
Of course, yes. My measurements?
Yes, I'll start with your waistline.
Oh, just a minute, young lady. You don't have a tape measure. How are you going to take my measurements if you haven't got a tape measure?
Oh, that's no problem. I'll just put my arm around you. There, you see, my left arm is exactly 28 inches long.
Why don't you use your right arm? It's 37.
Evie, please.
Here. Now, try this jacket on for size.
Okay. How does it look, Evie?
The right sleeve seems a trifle long.
What makes you think that?
You're standing on it. Danny, I don't think any of the suits in here will look good on you. Come on, let's get out of here.
Oh, all right.
Does your mother always make up your mind for you?
I should say not. I do exactly as I please.
Danny Kaye.
Coming, Mother! I got a song. What kind of song? I got a railroad song. I got a railroad song. Railroad needs a hammer. Hammer got to be. Railroad gets the hammer. Back of that hammer is little old me. Railroad needs the tracks. Little me lays the tracks. Now then come the facts. The big old train come whistling by. He puff in your face and he spit in your eye. Choo-choo! Goodbye. That is the railroad song. I got a song. What kind of song? I got a bullfrog song. I got a bullfrog song. Bullfrog needs a big swamp. Big swamp got to be. Bullfrog gets a big swamp, and back at that swamp lives little old me. Bullfrog starts to croak. I yells, don't you croak. Then he up and spoke. Oh, the brown boy sing and the bullfrog croak, but I got a greenback, you is broke. Big Jew. That is the bullfrog song. That is the bullfrog song. That is the bullfrog song.
Come on, Danny. It's getting late, and we've got to get back to the playhouse.
I'd say that's right. I almost forgot I have a very important appointment before curtain time.
An appointment with whom?
My tongue teacher.
Oh, yes, we better... Your what?
My tongue teacher. You see, Evie, ever since we decided to go to New York, I've been working on something really big, a revolutionary musical idea. You know, what I'm going to do is present to Brooklyn's music lovers a concerto for tongue and orchestra.
What? A concerto for tongue and orchestra?
Yeah, sure. Most composers write concertos for piano, violin, piccolo. Why can't I write a concerto with a tongue as solo instrument? Which I did. And furthermore, I hired a professor to get my tongue in shape.
Danny, I think you need a professor to get your brain in shape.
Well, wait till you meet him, Evie. You'll love him, really. He's a real artist, a tongue virtuoso. Say, it's getting late. I better not keep him waiting. Taxi! Taxi!
Did you call a taxi?
Yeah, would you take us to the Danny Kaye Little Theater on Hollywood Boulevard, please?
You betcha.
Well, driver, what are you waiting for? Let's go.
I can't. I lost my nerve. I'm scared to drive a taxi. Scared, I tell you.
Why?
I'm a yellow cab driver.
Oh, nonsense. Let's get going.
Danny, I'm glad you got back. There's some screwball waiting for you in your office.
Screwball? What are you talking about? That's Professor Tortoni, my tongue coach. Hello, Professor.
Ah, buongiorno. Mr. Kaye, I'm so overcovered with joy to see you. Am I?
Do you? Professor, I'd like you to meet Miss Arden.
Ah, Miss Arden, it gives you great pleasure to meet me. Here's my card.
Professor Tortoni, tongue teacher, LSMFT.
That's right. LSMFT. Large, small, medium, and fat tongue.
Ah, the professor's a great tongue coach. Well, I've seen him take a tongue that could only go diddly-ga-boop, diddly-ga-boop, diddly-ga-boop. And after 3 lessons, he had that tongue going.
Oh, I love that, Mr. Kaye. You make me proud of you.
I do?
Right. You know, you are my prize pupil.
Prize a pupil?
Yes. Oh, thank you.
A thing you, Professor.
Oh, that's all right.
Do you think I'm ready to perform my concerto for tongue and orchestra?
Yes. My boy, you have worked very hard. I think you are now ready to face your publica. Ladies and gentlemen people, I want you to listen to my boy, Danny Kaye. Because he's going to make for you the concerto for tongue and orchestra. Shut up, please.
moving, fellas, will you? The overture goes on in a couple of minutes.
Gee, Danny, I just peeked through the curtain. The house is packed.
Oh, that's fine, Lionel, just fine.
Yeah, I think we've taken in enough to pay for our trip to New York.
You excited about going to New York, Lionel?
Yeah, I'm sure looking forward to it. I love the rustle and bustle of a big metropolitan cosmopolis. The teeming millions streaming into the subways where a millionaire typhoon rubs shoulders with a hoi polloi. E pluribus Fifth Avenue omnibus.
You said it. I don't know what you said, but you said it.
Hey, Danny, is there a part in tonight's play for me?
Oh, sure there is, Harry.
What do I play?
The overture.
Oh.
And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Harry James and his music makers are playing the overture in the spirit of the occasion. It's called Flatbush Flanagan. The Danny Kaye Little Theater Players are going to present a fantasy entitled One Irish Man's Family, or Objective Blarney. As the curtain rises, the pride of the New York police force, Daniel O'Kay, is wearily entering his apartment.
Oh, me feet. Oh, me poor feet. Good evening, darling.
Well, Daniel O'Kay, it's about time you came home for supper.
Oh, now, don't be picking on me now, Evie, darling. What a day I've had. What a day. Oh, day. Marching. Me feet are killing me. Fetch me a pail of water, darling, so I can soak them.
Here, sit down, Daniel. I've got the pail of water ready for you. Now soak your feet in it.
Oh, thank you, darling. They feel fine. Oh. Ah, me feet feel wonderful now.
They'd feel even better if you took your shoes off. I'm going out for a bit of fresh air.
Well, I don't know. Oh, I don't care what my wife says. I wish that someday he'd appear before me. What was that?
What was that?
Who's in here in the room with me now? Who's here? Speak up now, speak up. Who is it now?
It's me.
Faith and be jabbers, who are you?
All right, then now, let's get down to the business. Big girl. The girl? I'll show. You good Irishman, so you know what I'm going to do for you? I'm going to grant you any wish. What do you want? Tell me, what do you wish?
Any wish. Now, let me see. I wish I could be something else but a policeman. Something that has no worries and no foot troubles. Like a dog, for instance.
Okay, you get your wish. Now you are a dog.
Oh, that's silly, me boy. I'm no more a dog than you are. Why, Kelly, I am a dog. What do you know?
That's right. You're an Irish setter, and your name is Danny. Now run out in the street and have a good time with your puppy playmates.
Oh, I guess I'm the happiest Irish setter in the whole world. Oh, boy, I'm really a happy dog. Just look at me tail wag.
Hiya, Danny.
Wait till I get through wagging here. Would you?
Hiya, Danny. Arr, arr.
Well, if it isn't me old friend Lionel the Mutt.
What do we do for fun today, Danny? Hey, let's go over to 3rd Avenue and knock over some garbage pails.
No, me boy, I've got a better idea. Let's go down to the Rivoli Moving Picture Theatre. They've got a movie there that every dog should see.
Yeah, what's the name of it?
A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. Say, by the way, who was that waddling down the street?
I don't know. Looks like a new dog in the block.
Faith, and I should have a talk with him. Tell me, stranger, who are you?
I am James, a Cocker Spaniel. Butt the wall, butt the wall.
Oh, the back of me tar to you. On your way. Back of me tar. Now, what in the devil are you howling about, Lionel?
Look, Danny, over there in that doghouse. A girl dog.
My, indeed she is. She's a beautiful brat of a dog. Indeed she is, my boy. I think I'll mosey over and strike up an acquaintance. The top of the morning to you, me fine brat of a girl. I'm Daniel the Irish setter. And who may ye be? Baby, ye be. And who may ye be?
I am Eve. Arf, arf, wee, wee, arf, arf, wee, wee. I am a French poodle.
Oh, la la, because it seems to me I've seen you someplace before.
That is possible. I am the pin-up dog of the Canine Corps. Last week, the dogs of the 1st Division elected me Miss Cold Nose of 1945. How is it that you are not in the dog army?
Oh, I'm 4R. But let's not stand here talking about me. Let's be talking about you.
Ooh la la, me?
Yeah, you, and sure and faith, and you're the most elegant poodle I've ever set me watery eyes upon. You're a darling. That you're a darling. Will you accept me proposal and go down to the city hall and get a dog license, and we'll join paws together and bless a dog moment?
Oh, I am so sorry, Toot. You are very cute, but I cannot marry with you.
Cannot marry with me?
No.
Why not?
Because I am engaged to a tall, sleek, romantic greyhound.
Oh, lucky dog. I wish I could be a greyhound.
Okay, you get your wish. Now you're a greyhound.
Hey, wait a minute. I meant a greyhound dog, not a greyhound bus. on the sea by the castle Dunedin, the fairest of all was the maiden Eileen. The bloom on her cheek was as fresh as the dew, and her heart to a young fisher laddie was true. At morn he would sail with the sun and the tide, at eve would return to his promised young bride. And there on the shore she could hear it so plain, his voice in the wind, singing soft this refrain. Eileen, my Eileen, oh, wait for me, wait, Eileen. They were to be wed on a Sunday in May. In faith 'twas a joy to see Eileen so gay. The morning before he set sail with the tide, but he never returned to his promised young bride. No, no, nevermore was her heart light and warm. Her lover, he died. Yes, he died in a storm. They say that her heart, it was broken in two. The lovely Eileen, oh, so young and so true. And down by the shore, they who loved her the best, by the rock where she waited, they laid her to rest. Oh, many the years that have passed since that day, but maidens who wait for their lovers there stay, that still on the shore they can hear it so plain, his ghost in the wind, singing soft this refrain. Eileen, my Eileen, oh, wait for me, wait.
Hello, fellas. This is Danny Kaye. Now, look, if you fellas would pick up a pencil or a pen and, why don't you drop a line to, no, that isn't what I meant. Look, why don't you sit down and, here's what I mean, fellas, listen. Danny on Forces Radio USA. Don't forget to write. Good night.
Don't forget to be with us for the next Danny Kaye Show. Ken Niles speaking. This is the Armed Forces Radio Service. The Danny Kaye Show. Yes, it's the Danny Kaye Show with Eve Arden, Lionel Stander, yours truly, Ken Niles, and the outstanding music of America's top band, Harry James and his music makers. Now, for your entertainment, we present the amazingly amusing talents of the one and only Danny Kaye. Well, today is the day our hero, Danny Kaye, gets back from his happy and hectic trip to New York. Harry James, the orchestra boys, and myself are all down here at the Los Angeles Union Station waiting for Danny's train to come in.
Ken, are you sure Danny's on the Super Chief?
Well, Harry, just to check up, I'll ask the station master. Oh, pardon me, sir. Have you any idea if Danny Kaye is on the Super Chief?
Is Danny Kaye on the Super Chief? Is Danny Kaye on the Super Chief? Just listen to this wire I got from the conductor. Quote, to make run over mountains, we hooked pusher engine on the rear of the train. Somehow, a fellow named Danny Kaye got into the cab of this engine. The front engine pulled the train west. At the same time, Kaye put the rear engine in reverse and pulled the train east.
Arriving on track 4, a long, thin Super Chief.
Yeah, Danny's on the train, all right.
Hey, there they are. Hey, there's Danny. Hiya, Danny. Hiya,
Welcome back, Danny.
Well, how are you? How are you,
back.
Harry?
Boy, we really missed you.
Well, we missed you too, Harry. Gosh, Evie, isn't it wonderful to come back after a long journey and have your friends welcome you with open arms?
Yeah.
It's really friendship. It touches me right here. I don't know what to say. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm overcome. I'm overjoyed.
You're overacting, too.
Oh, Harry, before I forget, I brought you a present from New York. Here, open it up.
Gee, thanks. Just what I always wanted. An autographed picture of Benny Goodman.
I knew you'd like it, Harry.
Well, I've got a little present for you, too, Danny. Here, open it up.
Oh, gee, thanks. Just what I've always wanted. An autographed picture of Sammy Kaye.
Excuse me, Mr. Kaye. I'm a reporter.
Oh, reporter?
Yes, I'm peeling from the Pasadena Sun.
That's too bad. Why don't you move to Pomona?
Now, Mr. Kaye, about your New York trip, anything interesting happen?
Oh, of course. Plenty interesting. Especially on the way back. I made my notes in my diary. If you like, I'll read them to you.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, let's see. We left New York on Wednesday. That's Monday, Tuesday. Oh, yeah, Wednesday. Here it is. Dear Diary, Evie and I went over to Grand Central Station and boarded the train for Hollywood. Now, just as we were getting Evie's baggage safely into a compartment, Evie said...
Danny, I don't have any change. Would you take care of the tips for my baggage?
Oh, sure, honey. How much do you usually tip a porter?
Quarter for each bag.
Okay. Here you are, Sam.
Thank you, sir.
Here you are, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
Here you are, Eddie.
Thank you, sir.
Here, Joe.
Thank you, sir.
Frank.
Thank you.
Charlie.
Thank you.
John. Hey. Tom.
Thank you.
Fred.
Thank you.
Terry.
Thank you, sir.
Lou. Hey. Al.
Thank you.
Ben. Oscar. Joel.
Thank you.
How did he get in here?
Well, anyhow, I'm glad I'm traveling light this trip.
Well, with Evie and her 33 fine pieces of baggage, I proceeded to my car. I was just making myself comfortable when the conductor came in.
Mr. Kaye, I hate to disturb you, but all the space on the train has been taken. Would you mind sharing your compartment with another gentleman to Chicago?
Oh, why, not at all, sir, not at all. Tell him to come right in and make
Thank
himself
you.
at home.
Thank you, Mr. Kaye. This way, sir.
I thank you too much, conduct.
Hello. What do you know about that if it isn't my old vocal teacher, Professor Tortoni?
Well, this is a surprise.
It certainly is.
My boy, my prize of pupil, Danny Kaye. Oh, it is a great honor to let you share your compartment with me. Are you?
If I? Well, I understand you had a little trouble finding some space on this train, Professor.
Right, yeah. You see, when I got on board, all I'm going to have is a ticket for a seat in the coach. The cooch? Right, yeah. So I'm speaking to the conduct, and he's giving me a compart in the Pulamina.
The Pulamina?
Oh, sure. And you know, look, a Pulamina is a cooch where you pull down to the ceiling, push him up at the bottom of the seat, and out comes Bertha. Danny Kaye, do I make myself hard to understand?
Not at all, Professor, not at all. You confuse me very easily. Well, we've got a long ride to Chicago, Professor, so we'd better get some sleep, huh? Which berth would you like, the upper or the lower?
I'm your guest. You take the upper.
No, I insist. You take the upper.
I'm a sister, too. You take the upper.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll toss a coin to see who sleeps in the lower, huh? Go ahead, toss the coin.
No, you toss the coin.
No, you toss it.
No, you toss.
What we'll do? We'll cut high card to see who tosses the coin to see who sleeps in the lower. Go ahead, cut the cards.
No, you cut the cards.
You cut them.
No, you cut them.
Tell you what we'll do. We'll draw straws. The man who draws the long straw cuts the cards to see who tosses the coin to see who sleeps in the lower. Go ahead, draw a straw.
No, you draw straw.
You draw.
No, you draw.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll roll dice. The man with the highest roll draws the straw to see who cuts the cards, to see who tosses the coin, to see who sleeps in the lower. Go ahead, roll the dice.
No, you roll the dice.
No, you roll.
No, you roll.
Tell you what we'll do.
Yeah?
We'll match numbers on the bills, on dollar bills. The man with the highest number rolls the dice to see who draws the straw, to see who cuts the cards, to see who tosses the coin, to see who sleeps in the lower. Now, go ahead, read the numbers on your dollar.
Now, you read the number.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get it.
There I go. Last stop. All out.
Thursday. Dear Diary, didn't get any sleep since New York. Was too busy tossing coins, cutting cards, rolling dice, and drawing straws all night long. Well, when the train stopped at Kansas City, I got out and walked up front towards the engine, you know. And the engineer, a big, strong hulk of a man, said...
Hello.
Oh, hello. You the engineer of the Super Chief?
That's me, Casey Jellison.
Casey Jellison. Well, how nice. Have you been an engineer very long?
Oh, sure. I worked on a lot of roads. The New York Central, the Pennsylvania, the B&O, the CNN, and the LS and MFT.
I don't... The LS and MFT? What road is that?
That's the Tobacco Road. Do you know anything about railroads?
Do I know anything about railroads?
My good man, you're talking to Cowcatcher K, the engineer of the old Cannonball.
You mean the old Cannonball?
I mean the old Cannonball. Cannonball is running great, trying to make connections with the nickel plate, and then the nickel plate's running fine, trying to make connections with the old Sioux line, and then the old Sioux line keeps to the rail, trying to make connections with the Royal Mail, and then the Royal Mail, trying to see, the Atchison and Topeka, and the Santa Fe, and then the Santa Fe, nothing flow, trying to keep up with the B&O. The B&O runs like a fountain, trying to make connections with the Iron Mountain, then the Iron Mountain is really terrific, trying to keep up with Southern Pacific, the old B, running like well, trying to make connections with the M and St. L. The M and St. L, I must confess, is trying to keep up with the Hartford Express. The Hartford Express is going insane, trying to make connections with the Boston and Maine, and then the Boston and Maine beat them all, trying to make connections with the Cannonball, and then the Cannonball running fine, trying to make connections with that old California.
And now, for further reports of his thrilling train trip from New York, let's turn another page of Danny's diary.
Friday. Dear Diary. Funny thing happened to Eve this morning. I wish I could remember it. She had a slight encounter with a club car wolf. Now, Evie was sitting in the club car playing solitaire when
Let's see now. The red jack goes on the black queen, the black 8 on the red 9, and as long as nobody's looking, I'll sneak the ace of spades out of the pack. Now, the red queen...
Hello, beautiful. Going to California?
Possibly. Now, the black 10 goes on the red jack.
Playing solitaire, huh?
Yes, and let's keep it that way. Now, the red 9...
Traveling alone?
No, the rest of the train is going with me.
Quite a sense of humor.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's what I like about train travel. Just think, a moment ago we were perfect strangers.
That was perfect, wasn't it? Is this guy corny? I bet the next thing he'll say is, you look lonesome, beautiful.
You look lonesome, beautiful.
Bingo.
You know, you look kind of familiar to me.
Oh, no. This guy will set Wolfing back 20 years.
I bet we have some mutual friends, too. Do you know Charlie Johnson of Seattle?
Charlie Johnson?
Uh-huh.
You mean good old Charlie Johnson?
Yeah.
Never heard of him. Now, crawl back into the woodwork and finish your dinner, termite.
Oh, no offense, beautiful. You know, sometimes I unconsciously say the wrong thing. I'm beginning to think I'm my own worst enemy.
Not while I'm alive, you're not.
What a sense of humor. Say, this air conditioning is making it kind of chilly in here, huh? Let me put my arm around you and protect your little neck from the draft. There.
Ouch!
What's the matter?
You stuck me with your chicken inspector's badge.
Say, beautiful, has anyone ever told you ought to be in pictures?
Well, people have said that I resemble Eve Arden.
Eve Arden?
Uh-huh.
Why, she looks all right on the screen, but you ever seen her in person? She's nothing but a tall, skinny bag of bones.
Why, you...
Hello, Evie.
Eve?
Certainly, this is Miss Eve Arden.
Eve Arden?
Yes, my railroad Romeo. And now, have you anything else to say to this tall, skinny bag of bones?
Yes.
What?
May I have your autograph?
Well, Danny, before we examine the next entry in your daring diary, Harry James and his music makers have a few musical footnotes to add. Here's their own distinctive arrangement of The Very Thought of You. What's the next entry in your diary, Danny?
Well, since you're peeking over my shoulder, Kenneth Niles, you might as well read it.
Okay.
Okay.
Dear Diary, this is still Friday, and Eve Arden is certainly having a busy day. She was sitting in the lounge car, still trying to finish her game of solitaire, when a little boy walked up to her and said,
Hello, beautiful. Going to California?
Well. A dehydrated wolf. What's your name, little boy?
My name is Daniel QPK. I'm 5.5 years old. Would you like a bite of my lollipop?
Why, yes, thank you.
Oh, no, not that side, Mom, this side.
Why, what difference does it make?
Because this is the side that fell on the floor. I want you to lick off the bug germs.
Bug germs?
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
Oh, you can only see the bugs with a microscope. The bugs are invisible. Invisible. She don't hear very good.
Well, make yourself invisible and let me finish this game of solitaire.
I don't mind.
Go on now.
I don't mind. I want to stay right here and read my book.
Oh, a book? What is it, Little Red Riding Hood?
Oh, no.
Well, what is it?
Forever Amber.
Here, let me have that book.
Oh, no. You're too young.
Now put that book away and I'll tell you a nice, sweet story.
Okay. All right. How that's what I'll do. I'll climb up on your lap and I'll snuggle up real close.
This kid is older than he looks. Now, what kind of a story would you like to hear?
What kind of story? I would like to hear a story about animals. I love animals. I once went to the circus, and I saw a rhinoceros, 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 and then I saw effluent, and then I saw a hippo on top of the omnibus.
All right, I'll tell you a story about animals. Once upon a time...
we have a dog at home. His name is Sport, but we call him Brownie because he's black.
Now, that's silly. Besides, you shouldn't fib about your dog.
He's not a dog. He's a cat.
Your dog is a cat?
Yes. Because his name is Sport, and we call him Brownie because he's black.
I'd like to get a look at him.
Oh, you can't do that. He's gone. He died and went to horsey heaven.
Now, why should a dog that's really a cat die and go to horsey heaven?
Because his name is Sport, and we call him Brownie because he's black.
Look, little boy, why don't you go away?
Tickets, please. Have your tickets ready.
Here's mine, conductor.
Thank you. Now, what about your little boy?
My little boy? I'm not this boy's mother.
You're not?
No, you may not believe this, Mr. Conductor, but her and I is on our honeymoon.
Oh, now, come now. Why should a pretty girl like her marry a little boy like you?
For my money.
Conductor, any resemblance between this little boy and myself is purely coincidental. Now, go away, little boy. Go away.
Don't holler at me. I'm very sensitive. Besides, I'm just getting over being sick.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was wrong with you?
Well, first I had the chicken coop. Then I got the weasel. And after that, the bumps. And now I got the hookup. I caught him for my sister.
Oh, your sister has the hiccups.
Oh, no, she's a little girl. She has the she-cups.
they doing anything for her?
Oh, yes. The doctors sticked her with sulfanylamine, and then they gave her penicillin.
Now, look, Sonny boy, don't bother me. Now, never mind the mama. Why don't you be a nice, quiet boy and just look out the window? Go ahead now, look out the window.
Okay, will do. Roger. Cool. Oh, boy. Oh, look at the train. It's going so fast. Oh, guiding by the countryside. Look at all those telephone poles going by. Whee! Whee! Whee, whee! That was two of them together. Oh, look!
What now, little man?
We're going around the turn, and there's a cow standing on the track in front of the locomotive. You better look out.
Oh, my goodness. What happened to the poor cow?
One meatball!
Well, Danny, that brings your diary up to date, doesn't it?
Well, not quite, Kenneth. You see, when I came home, I found a lot of interesting mail. So many nice people said so many nice things. And adding up their requests, I got in touch with Harry James, and we immediately started rehearsing Minnie the Moocher. Thank you. Now, for this song, if you all remember, we need a great deal of help. Now, as I will sing the phrase, I expect you to unleash your golden throats and sing back with me, and we'll have a lot of fun. All right, Harry, let's take it away. Folks, here's a story of Minnie the Moocher, a regular gal with a solid future. She was the sweetest and the neatest frail, but Minnie had a heart as big as a whale. Hi-de, hi-de, hi. Hi-de, hi-de, hi. Hee-hee-dee-hee-dee-hee. Hee-hee-dee-hee-dee. Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Hi-de, 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 hi-de. Hee-dee-hee. Hee-dee-hee. Ouvrez la fenêtre, j'ai ou cher. She got a crush on a popular idol. His wave of fanfare was practically tidal, made it. He went and married a movie star. Poor Minnie beat her heart out, ate to the bar. Hoo-dee-hoo, dee-hoo. Hoo-dee-hoo, dee-hoo. Hee-dee-hee, dee-hee. Oh, the old Diggy bouncing. Diggy digga up, diggy doodly beep. To give him down to get the doodly beep, pass on to get the doodly beep, pass on to get the case and to get the doodly beep. Zoom. Go ahead. This ends the story and it ends my song. She was just a good gal, but they done her wrong.
In Dublin's fair city, the girls are so pretty. 'Twas there that I first met sweet Molly Malone. She drove her wheelbarrow through streets wide and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, and faith 'tis no wonder her mother and father were fishmongers too. They drove their wheelbarrow through streets wide and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She died of a fever, and no one could save her, and that's all I know of sweet Molly Malone. Now her ghost drives her barrow through streets wide and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
This takes care of all the entries in my diary. I think I'll hop a cab now and go home. Taxi! Taxi!
Hey, well, wait a minute, Danny Kaye. I'm going home too, and it will give you great honor to let me share your taxi with you. Is it? Do you?
All right, Professor Tortoni. I'll be very happy to have you in my taxi. You get in first.
No, you first.
No, you first.
No, you first.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll walk. Good night. Hello, fellas. This is Danny Kaye. Now, look, if you fellas would pick up a pencil or a pen and, why don't you drop a line to, no, that isn't what I meant. Look, why don't you sit down and, here's what I mean, fellas, listen. Danny Kaye, Armed Forces Radio USA. Don't forget to write. Good night.
This is the Armed Forces Radio Service.